What's the other one you said?
XRP.
Ripple.
You know, is one of the largest deals ever in the digital asset space and really makes Ripple the first crypto.
And we can all participate. We did not in the internet, and here we get a second do-over.
You know, you had, I think it was $1,000 price thesis. Was it based on...
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. Shout out to the latest up. We got one from Ripple to pop off. We got XRP currently right around $2.97, enabling a new era of efficiency for on-chain finance. USD is a crucial piece of Aave's Horizon platform, allowing tokenized products to be used as collateral and flow more efficiently across markets. The Horizon Real World Asset Markets by Aave Labs is live. It's getting real. RLUSD. Digital asset investor of the world is about to find out the secret XRP army figured out a long time ago. The value is in the protocol. We've been locked in.
The difference is we all get a stake in this. You just have to buy a token of the underlying decentralized infrastructure rails, and we can all participate. We did not in the internet, and here we get a second do-over, and the whole of humanity can get involved. There's 600 million active wallets. There's 600 million participating in this.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that this is the most misunderstood aspect of the whole entire thing. Like, if I was to rebuild Uber today in a tokenized world, I could build Uber in a manner that benefits all the drivers. In the pre-tokenized world, I could tell you right now that Uber is going to end in a manner that does not benefit the drivers, right? Like, the drivers are the biggest cost center for Uber today. They are going to 100% move towards a Waymo model, right? You could see that. The drivers are ultimately what is driving all of the AI gathering for Uber. In a tokenized world, the drivers would have an ownership stake in the network that they're building, right? Like, people do not understand that this evolution will actually benefit the masses more than hurt the masses. And will some people benefit more than others? Yes, but that happens in any moment of change, right? But like, in the grand scheme of things, the US debt is in a better spot today from where treasuries can be parked. Humanity's in a better spot in terms of more people gaining access to the money that should be owed to them versus intermediaries, and more people will ultimately be able to gain access to real valuable assets that they never had access to before. That is what the larger sort of aspect is happening with the tokenization of the world, and that's what gets me so excited on every level.
The world's about to find out that XRP is the standard chat sign grabber, hidden in plain sight, wormhole plus XRP. If you want real mass adoption, interoperability is essential. The infrastructure has to be there, not just on one chain, but across them. With this integration, tokens natively issued on the XRP ledger are being set up for that reality by being able to move between blockchain networks while maintaining native issuance and control. CADs. The U.S. Department of Commerce has selected Wormhole Ecosystem Team to verify and publish economic data on-chain. XRP, the hidden road, bridging the gap. At scale, XRP, 5 digits, 6 digits.
It's the acquisition of Hidden Road for $1.25 billion, which, you know, is one of the largest deals ever in the digital asset space and really makes Ripple the first crypto company to own a prime broker. And, you know, I think it's something that we're particularly excited about from that perspective. And, you know, this actually starts to bring to life the promise of bridging the gap between crypto and institutional customers at scale. And Hidden Road, you know, will have Hidden Road has clearing and cross-margin capabilities. We have a unified platform that offers digital asset infrastructure from end to end, both in fiat and crypto, and will enable the management of risk more efficiently and access of deep liquidity. And this really is a foundational step forward in enabling real-world utility for RLUSD and further establishing XRP Ledger as the blockchain of choice for institutional DeFi. And I think it's something, again, that we're exceptionally excited about in terms of bridging that gap between TradFi and the broader digital asset ecosystem.
XRP Ledger, the premier go-to blockchain distributed ledger technology in the utility era. Shout out XRP Crow. XRP Community Poster number 18 is coming in September. This legendary poster marks the end of the SEC versus Ripple battle and the start of the XRP run. Sign up now at status.hr, the XRP Community Poster. Links in the description. Digital asset investor, the road to 1,000, 10,000, 100,000.
You know, you had, I think it was $1,000 price thesis. Was it based on the Swift model starting to shift, the growth of the XRP ledger, or potentially the growth of stablecoin, or kind of a combination of all?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question, and a lot of people asked for the sort of more detailed explanation, which I'm currently, working on sort of putting out. But I think, for the purpose of this, at a high level at least, it's a combination of all of them. Obviously, Swift is a big component, but then a lot of it is actually driven by the use cases that we're actually seeing on the ground, in person, in real life. All of these incredible projects that are coming out and actually utilizing the XRP ledger in different ways. Obviously, DeFi and finance are a huge, use case. But then also, like I was talking about before, billions and billions are transferred internationally from, people in the US to people abroad, both in terms of business, remittances, but then also in terms of charity, and all sorts of use cases. And ultimately, when those applications really start to get used on an institutional level, that's really where you start to see not only more activity on the XRP ledger, obviously a huge, multiple times explosion, but also you start to see people focused more in terms of just, retail, looking at the tech underlying it. That's why companies like NVIDIA, for example, have seen, 1,000-fold increases in the price, is because, retail start to come and they start to see, AI is really taking off now. What's the best way I can actually invest in that? It's through, the products that NVIDIA makes. And so ultimately, I think, that's going to be a really interesting part of the whole story, is when, those sort of 93% of people, obviously, less accounting people who don't have access to the internet, et cetera, but, that huge proportion of people who don't currently own crypto come into the space and, figure out that XRP exists. So
and you've got the
pressure upwards on the price.
Exactly. You got the, obviously the ETFs, but I think also the professional money managers will start to see it.
Exactly.
Digital assets in general. And it changes
it'll really benefit.
outlook.
It'll really benefit, the top 10, I think, and obviously the top 5, we'll see the biggest increases, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, etc. But then also, the fund managers don't often like to delve really far down, and take more speculative bets. So the ones with the most volume, the tokens, that look the most attractive to them, will be naturally the ones on the top of that coin market cap list, so to speak.
XAF Crypto XRP ETF buzz heating up. Talks for the big one, XRP ETF, along with ADA and Solana possibly next in line.
Yeah, I think we will probably see some more, probably for the big ones, Sol, XRP, ADA perhaps. But whether all these other ones get approved or not, that might be a bit of a bridge too far, even for this new SEC, which is so unbelievably pro crypto. It still kind of boggles my mind when you think back to where we were a year ago.
Paul Barron, Flare Networks, Hugo, Morpho Labs coming to XRP.
Is there a way to somehow integrate what Flare is doing for active loans, something like a Morpho?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So we've been talking to a lot of the Morpho-like entities, and they're very keen on coming to the Flare ecosystem. Interesting. That's intriguing to me. I'd also say that more classic TradFi loan companies, and they want to effectively get more XRP. They like. Why wouldn't they? Courting exchanges, and then of course having other types of vaults with regards to Flare DeFi.
Quantum, Reset, XRP, the World Reserve, Bridge, currency cycles are over. Are you ready?
Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain, because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
With that being said, Justin Big Sean says it's not too late to invest in crypto. Do it tonight if you can. Crowds already screaming XRP. XRP. The world's about to find out, but they'll be too late.
Crypto and if it is one time that I'm gonna say this is not, you're not too late. Invest in crypto right now. Tonight if you can. Like, do that shit tonight. You're gonna get a return from it. You know, Bitcoin is a good one, Ethereum. What's the other one you said? Ripple. Invest in that shit. I'm telling y'all right now, this is a quick flip. Do it tonight. It's about to go up. You know, I think it's about to go up. It's not like I got no insider information.
XRP is not a quick flip. It's a lifetime, generational, bold, mustache, all coins 2017 versus 2025. Tell me what you want, but the picture in the ETH BTC chart looks very similar back then. The next alt season pump. Loading. At Grad Crypto, the latest signal, 1.6 trillion alert. We have 3 days left to close the current 2-week candle above 1.6 trillion body candle close. If we achieve this, the last signal will be beeping loudly. Get ready and be prepared to take profits. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Richless is the top 10% holder now, 2,393.98. XRP, where are those bags beat? When that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open, and XRP's true price is finally revealed. Catch you up here on the mothership. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play around here. Moon suit